Hi everybody, welcome back to another review today. Whether you're here to listen to me ramble on or to, same as me, love cars, or maybe you're just wanting to look at the reviews, maybe you're looking for a car, welcome. I had a suggestion from one of our subscribers, thank you Dad, you know who you are, to do a Polo. Polos, there are thousands and thousands of them in Joburg, in South Africa. Everybody loves them. Cheap cars to run, easy to find parts, economical, great cars, reliable. You can't go wrong. The only downside really is the fact that they like to be stolen because they're so popular. The guys do steal them, so you sometimes find that your insurance policy is a little bit higher than normal, but again, still a really great car. Just doing some searching to see if I could find a really nice one for you guys. I found this one. It is old, 2004 Polo 1.4, but I see it's got a roadworthy certificate included, which is great. Allows you to get it into your name with ease. You don't have to worry about going through that and getting some nasty surprises when getting the roadworthy done. The mileage is only 131,000, which is absolutely fantastic. If that is correct, then this is definitely looking like a good deal at the moment. 5 gears, 45 litre tank, 8 litres per 100. You could maybe do a little bit better than that if you drive it nicely. But this car is only going for 60,000 Rand, which I think is a really good deal. Just looking at the face value, but we're going to delve into it now. We know here it doesn't say clean report or anything, but it does say roadworthy, so we know we're getting a roadworthy with this car. And we got the full reports. Let's jump in and look at some of the pictures. Right, so here we are, front corner of the vehicle. Looking nice in this color, nice silver color, looking pretty clean, to be honest with you. We've got a scuff mark here on the bumper, very small, nothing too major. The wheel is dirty here, mag wheels on this car, so nice to have some mags on the car. Wing mirror looking pretty clean as well. Windscreen looking good from this angle. Generally looking quite neat. Moving on to the interior before we look at the rest of the exterior. Cloth seats, look in pretty good condition. Looks like they've worn pretty well. We see this is actually an automatic. They didn't mention that at the beginning. So this is actually auto. Everybody loves their autos. They nice with traffic, and yeah, just much easier driving in traffic nowadays. It's got a radio. Steering wheel is looking pretty neat. From what we can see here, the pedals as well. We try and look and see, is this consistent with a car of 131,000 kilometers? And looking here, this is looking pretty neat from these pictures. Looking at the instrument cluster, car's idling nicely there. Temperature gauge sitting halfway, which is what we want. Again, 131,000 Ks is indicating correctly here. And then we've got this LCD display in the middle here. Audi and VW use this red LED display. They've used it on many cars. Audi TTs, you name it, they've used it. And they seem to do this with age. They start just pixelating dead pixels and stuff like that. Nothing really to worry about. This is only indicating which gear you're in. Obviously you can see that on the gear lever itself, and you're pretty much only interested in park, reverse, neutral and drive, so I think this is nothing really to worry about. It's more aesthetics than anything else. Front of the vehicle now, we're looking, this grille is looking nice and black, it's looking nice and neat. Gaps are looking pretty good. We've got a little bit of a misalignment here, the bumper in this corner, maybe there's a broken clip. Nothing too bad though. The bottom grille is looking quite nice as well. We do see the headlights are a bit yellowish, So you could get those fixed up for a few £100, I reckon. You could even try and do it yourself. Again, more aesthetics. Wing mirrors looking very neat and tidy. Just generally the paintwork looking really, really nice. From this corner, mag wheels that we saw earlier, but these ones are nice and clean. Don't know if they missed washing the other one, but wing mirror looking good, windscreen looking good. Just generally looking at the reflection in this door, it's looking fairly straight and very clear. Side-on view. Okay, the mags, looks like there's probably some damage there. Again, you've hit a curb or something, just scratched it. Nothing too major. It looks like it's got some tinting on the windows, maybe smash and grab. But generally the car looking nice and straight. Even the bumper here where we saw the misalignment, nothing really major that we can see from this side. Rear of the vehicle, tail lights looking pretty clean and consistent with the mileage. Oh, we've got a bit of a bump at the back here. Probably some damages to the plastic. Probably repairable for small amounts, but nothing too major. The black trim at the bottom there also looking pretty nice. Pretty look. Wiper looks good. Tail light, got the bee sting aerial there, looking really nice. From this side, okay, we've got a couple of marks there. Probably just some of the paint come off there, and we've got a bit of a mark there as well. So, okay, it's not like it's without any marks, but there are a few around the car. But for a 2004 model, looking pretty neat and tidy. Alright, so let us jump into the full report. Let's have a look here. There's the typical blue background that comes, lighting that comes on when you put the lights on the vehicle, looking quite smart. Just confirmation of all the details, the VIN number, mileage, petrol. Here's a confirmation of the automatic. License expiry only in August of this year, so I've still got some time there. Interior very good, seats average, so okay, we can expect some fading or discoloration or stains. I'm sure a good clean, get somebody who does some decent detailing to clean your seats, that'll look fantastic. Again, some wear and tear on the interior trim. Dashboard good, heating and ventilation very good. Interior controls very good, air conditioning very good, electric windows. So this vehicle's got electric windows, which is nice. Rims average, we saw some marks on them. Doors are good. Residual traces of repair, no residual traces of repair. Vehicle with normal wear and tear, great. Good body condition. Minor paint damage to the primer. Okay, so when you view this vehicle, have a look at that. Maybe it needs a good polish. Glass is good, other things are good. Okay, tires are poor. Okay, tire tread depth is less than 3 millimeters. Okay, so doesn't mean that they're really bad, but could do with some new tires possibly. Engine oil, very good, very good. Everything here, engine, gearbox, no leaks. Exhaust system average. Okay, we know the exhaust always looks a little bit rusty. Gear shift, very good. Noise levels good. Engine, gearbox, drivetrain, very good. So that's all looking fantastic. Brake fluid, very good. Brakes, average. So let's have a look at the brakes here. So front brakes, force 3 and 2.9. So even braking from the front, and these kind of numbers look consistent with what you'd expect from a vehicle of this type. Rear brakes 1.1.5, so both the rear brakes are giving the same kind of braking. I reckon these are drum brakes, so we can expect a little bit less. The parking brake is good, so it doesn't look like anything major. Maybe just want to get those rear brakes checked out. Tires, we know that they were all below 3 millimeters. Okay, so 2 front tires are exactly the same, always a good sign. Different tires on the back, and we've got a Bridgestone which has got 3 millimeters as the spare. So yeah, Always nice to have the same tires all the way around if possible, and definitely on the same axle if possible. Here we come to some pictures. What I'm going to do is switch to the actual images themselves. Okay, so here we've got the oil level. We can't quite see where it goes to. It's not very consistent, or not very good image here, but the oil, at least there's oil there. Spare wheel, the spare wheel is there. Okay, here's the faults from the scan. So it talks about the engine control module. There's one fault there. So what that is exactly, not quite sure. But just going through all the other issues there, they all pass. So it'll be interesting. Obviously the engine control module is not causing any engine light to come on, but you might want somebody to check that out. Okay, that's the brakes that we saw earlier. Here's our pictures of the car again. Still see that bump at the back there that it got. Okay, we got some pictures here. We got these electric windows we spoke about. Oh, the seat looks like it's got a bit of a wear mark on it. So, being fabric, you need to check that out and see if it needs a repair, or just keep an eye on it so it doesn't get worse. Here's our instrument cluster, similar to what we saw earlier. Mileage, confirmation. Front lights, yeah, we see those are all working okay. All good there. Side of the vehicle, rear of the vehicle. Tires, you can see the tire tread depth is still there, so it's not like they're smooth. Also looking at some of these pictures here, you can see the suspension looks pretty clean, so no real rust and stuff like that. Okay, the last date of the test was 2022 in March, which means something happened with change of ownership in there. So again, why is this person selling the car, less than a year later? Always just a question you need to ask yourself. The VIN number, engine bay, looking pretty neat and tidy. Can't see any real issues. Water bottles looking almost new. Looks very clean and tidy. Nice and neat. Okay, this is the rear of the vehicle. Again, looking very clean. Not a lot of like mud or dirt or oil or anything showing here. And here's the sump. What's this over here? Oh. So we can't see what this is exactly. So we can see the drive shaft here. Now you sometimes get grease come out of the CV boot and spray onto the car. That can sometimes give something that looks like that. But look here next to the sump. This is the sump, and this is the sump nut that you take off to change the oil. Now somebody's going to put some like putty there, steel putty, to try and, so this could possibly be a crack in their sump, or there's something there that's been damaged. So it doesn't look like there's any kind of major oil leak, but definitely need to see what that's all about. Might need the sump to actually be changed, just to be sure that nothing leaks or becomes a problem. That's a little bit unexpected for a vehicle like this. It was generally in good condition. And here's confirmation of the roadworthy certificate. So yeah, I think what we've got here is a really good looking car. I think for that price, you can't really go wrong. Roadworthy, everything. A few little bits and pieces, mostly aesthetics, that you need to have a look at. Go check it out. I see it's at Joburg South. See what it's like. Yeah, and all the best shopping for your Polo. Thanks.